And good evening or afternoon or morning, depending upon where you are around the world. I am Marcus Holmes, the HR Passion and Love Activist Guy, and I hope that you will click share for just this brief moment this evening that I want to share with you in week 4, day 2 of the Gratefulness Journey every day. Drop in the comments your name and where you are around the world and what the temperature is like there. I am on the northwest side of Detroit. It's a little bit cool still for a spring evening, but I'm excited nonetheless to be able to share with you. Listen, have you ever written an email? I mean, really written the entire email and erased everything? Have you ever been in a situation where you said, I'm writing this email to respond, and you wrote it all out and then you deleted it? Give me a like or love if that's you. I want to share with you from my book as I talk about this gratefulness challenge today. There's a part in my book that talks about my sister Vanessa. This is the gratefulness journey every day. What are you doing in the next 30 days to transform your life? It's available on Amazon right now. And you can get this paperback as a short read or the ebook. And I want to read just a small section of the book as I go into my gratefulness journey moment. As I'm doing that, I hope you will click share and tag someone to just join us in this brief gratefulness challenge moment today. And I read from page 21 about my sister Vanessa. Hello, Monroe, Michigan is here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jones Love and Eric Powell. And there's some folks on LinkedIn. And I hope that you will drop your name in the comments just so that I'm able to connect with you and give you thanks for being here. But in the gratefulness journey every day, page 21, it's talking about my sister Vanessa. It says, I can recall often having Van, as we called her, read my email before I responded to a message sent by someone whose intent I perceived was to get under my skin. I'll tell him or her, I thought, I would say, typing furiously like a Mad Hatter wordsmith. Van would lovingly respond, what do you have to prove? That you're Herbert Holmes' son? You already are. My quick-witted dad handed me his sharp tongue on a silver platter, the largest part of my inheritance. You don't have to prove how smart you are, just be. But prove how kind you are every day. I watched her love those who mistreated her, still showing them a firm love that meant, I love you, but not so that you can keep harming me. So I guess I'll love you from over here is an excerpt from the book I would have you to read. And I share that because what a day as I am on my gratefulness challenge. And we are sharing this week grateful experiences for which we are grateful. And I had a grateful experience today, a couple of them. I had one in the wee hours of the morning with the Love and Stuff community, a bowl of laughs, and I consumed them all. But in this day, I've also had some challenges with people in communication. Has anybody ever experienced that? Where someone sent you an email and maybe with the best of their intent, but it lacked grace or civility or anything that seemed like you might be in relationship with that person, right? And it may have been you, it just landed on you a certain way. If you've ever experienced that, you should click love or I absolutely understand. And so it's easy sometimes to rifle off in response to that an email, a phone call that might get them where they got you, right? I had the experience of what I characterize in the book to finally leave out worry, to resign that there are some things and people that you cannot influence or control. They just are and will be. But you get the opportunity to quit. And so I had an experience with one of the leaders, and she said something glorious. She said, I quit. Now, what she was really saying is, I've had enough of this experience and I'm done giving energy to this experience. I quit. I resign. I am in flow. I am finally leaving out the worry or weight of the outcome of this. I resign. And with that exhalation, she described it as feeling amazing, as it feeling great, as it feeling burdens rolling off and lifting from her. And she was in that moment in peace and community and communion, I will say. Well, I had to share that experience because if you're like me and you get an email or two, a phone call or three that lack the grace and empathy and civility that you think should be in those calls, and sometimes you might lack the grace and empathy and civility to give to those calls, I challenge you to be in that moment and resign to the fact that you are responsible to the energy and amount of energy that you give to a situation and that you take from it. And you can be in perfect joy and peace by resigning. No, don't quit your job. I'm not saying that. Though I think if you did, you can get another one. That's another show. Don't quit what you're doing. Quit giving the energy to it that it probably doesn't deserve. And the moment that you release it, you will be in a flow, finally leaving out worry or the weight of that situation. And so my grateful challenge moments today was with an inspirational leader who said, you know what, I quit giving energy to this now. I may have to deal with it again. I may have to revisit it later, but right now I am done giving it this energy and done taking away from it energy that does not serve my purpose and passion well. And to be there to hear it, because when I was listening to her and she was like, I resign, I thought, oh my God, what does that mean? But she gave up the energy, gave up the hope for a certain outcome and released it. How powerful would it be for you if you and I thought before sending that email, blessed by Sister Vanessa, or making that phone call, having that interaction, if we said, I'm going to flow, I'm going to finally leave out the worry of this outcome, the weight of this outcome. I'm not going to give energy to it or take any energy from it back with me. I resign. I resigned from the stressors of this situation. I resign from the triggers and the buttons pushed that I know these situations bring for me. I quit. Talking to you right now, it's filling me up. It's that hair on the back of my neck that's raising. It's those goosebumps that I feel. It's what I want you to experience on this gratefulness challenge. I challenge you. If you've ever gotten an email that lacked empathy, grace, or civility, or a greeting on a phone, or a greeting in customer service, or your spouse or your children or your parents, where you felt that you deserved better energy, resign and flow into finally leaving out the worry or weight of that outcome, because you're not giving any energy or taking any energy from it that would not enhance you. You'd only take something from it that's going to enhance your peace, your joy, your purpose, your passion. I challenge you to find one experience just like that one I had today and make a post, include the hashtag Gratefulness Challenge, and click share. And you're on the challenge. Now, what does that do for you? I'm telling you that sharing with the few folks that are across various platforms is filling me up, and it's building muscle memory for my brain to create shortcuts for cues that it will seek out for me to have this experience again. And the more of these experiences I have, the more grateful living I will possess. And by the way, I didn't send that email. I heard Vanessa's voice reading from this book, speaking to me, but I also heard the experience of today. Quit. Sometimes you just have to resign. Again, I'm not telling you to resign from your job, but resign from the energy that you cannot control. Now, there are times you can influence people's energy. You can use emotional and social intelligence to do that. You can certainly do that. But there are times that no matter what you do or say, it's not going to change the position or energy of the other person. So don't take it. Quit. Don't resolve to negotiating your good piece for someone else's whatever, fill in the blank. No, get in the flow and get to your gratefulness and say, I'm grateful that I have the power to choose not to take away from the situation that energy or to give it like energy, because that's a temptation, right? Sometimes, and sometimes we slip in that temptation and we give back what you give, what you give. We give right back to you what you've given to us. But you have the choice to say, I resign. I quit. I am not giving that energy back. As a matter of fact, I'm not taking that energy either. I am going to enter into flow. I'm finally leaving out the weight and worry of the outcome of this interaction because I give up. You can have that energy. You can do with it what you may. I'm going to protect my energy and the energy I bring to every interaction. And it can be a challenge from moment to moment, depending on the kind of work you do, and maybe in all kinds of work. But it can be a challenge to reject that energy and say, not in my space. I resign. Take a deep breath wherever you are. Fill up all the way down and around to your rib cage when you take that deep breath. And then on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. And one more time, let those hands drop loose next to you and take in a deep breath. I can feel it all the way down here when I took that deep breath in, and I'm going to let it out. And this time I'm going to say, not my energy, I quit. Not my energy, I quit. I challenge you on week 4, day 2 of the Gratefulness Challenge to post one thing that you're grateful for this week, one experience that you've had currently in that moment, or one that you've had in the past, and any space or time between. Make a video or post a picture that reflects it, or write a post it on your page and share it with the hashtag Gratefulness Challenge. It's that simple. And we're doing it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are our 5 chosen days in the week. On Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m., we'll come together, Eastern Standard Time, and share what these grateful experiences have been for our week and whether or not they've been a contagion for others. It's really simple to do, and it's really powerful. If ever you had to author an email, lead a conversation, negotiate conflict, or have a crucial conversation, you need to be able to take command of the energy that you can control. And when you know it's out of your control, to quit, to resign, and say, I finally am leaving out the weight and worry of the outcome because I'm going to be responsible for the energy that I bring and the energy that is brought to me. Thank you, my friends. Those of you that are watching on LinkedIn Live or Facebook Live or Twitch TV or YouTube events, I hope that you will share this, and I hope you will drop in the comments, I'm all in. Join us on the Gratefulness Challenge, and we will see you every day. Some days I just post a picture or a video. Some days I do a live video. Some days I just write a post. And you can do the same. It doesn't matter which ones you want to do, all for the purpose of increasing the amount of gratefulness in your life. And then join us Saturday at 3 p.m. We got a brand new show here on Facebook that's hosted on Facebook, for those of you that are on other platforms, on Facebook, that's hosted by Kamal Williams and Felix Holmes. It's called Kamal and Felix on Sports Talk. And these sports heads are talking everything sports. So if you are a sports enthusiast, join them Saturday, April 17th, this Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. They'll be live on the Love and Stuff page on Facebook. You don't want to miss it. Thank all of you that are on the gratefulness journey. And I hope that if you're not, you're joining today, dropping in the comments, I'm all in, and sharing your post, and have a grateful evening.